Wanted to start off our meeting today. We have a lot of kids excited to get back to some normalcy of school. And one of them is an 11th grader at Elmira High School. His name's Joey, and he wanted to say hi to everybody today, and I think just give him a welcome to the start of the year. So, Joey, can you unmute and say hi to everybody?
Welcome to Q&A. I'm honored to be your 11th grader host today. And during this pandemic, we have been doing so well, being safe with our friends and people that we missed. And we hope that you guys do your very best with this pandemic, and let's have fun.
Nice job, Joey. Okay, I appreciate that. I'm going to jump right in here. Give me a second. I will share my screen here in a moment. Okay, sharing my screen. Couple things first. We're gonna have two more of these sessions, the 23rd and 30th, and then really after that, I might just get into a regular, consistent website and Facebook posting of information. So I do plan to have two more, and as of right now, plan to end after those two more. On our 2020 year page, I'll go down to the metrics first. That's been updated for Lane County. In case you hadn't seen, I'll start here at the top. First time in a while, a few weeks, that the state has went back above 5%. That's this number here of total percent of positive tests in Lane County. We dropped a little bit from last week to 15.8. The interesting part is we must not have tested as many people last week because our percent positivity was 4.2, which just tells me we gave fewer total tests. But 60 total positive people over the course of a week for 15.8%. The attendance document I've been referring to as a while about coming, it is now up. It will probably be a work in progress. I won't go through it all, but it gives you some just options for attendance and what it looks like in CDL. Remember, CDL is 4th through 12th graders. The hybrid model for our AB attendance, right now it's just K3, could expand to other kids later. And then phone numbers for the schools if you have questions. So again, I imagine this will get continually updated as we get more information or learn what's working well and what's not, and frankly what the requirements are and where we're not meeting them. But that, as a starter, we do have that document up. Food service, I wanted to mention, I had quite a long post, I think, a few days ago on food service, what that's going to look like. Here's just go to the main page and scroll down a little bit. As a reminder, we'll start food service next week on Tuesday the 22nd. It'll just be two options. Kids K through 3 that are in buildings will be able to get a meal, breakfast and or lunch, and we'll have a drive-through at the high school. All the meals are free. All you need to do is give your last name. We still encourage people to fill out the free and reduced lunch form because eventually this will end. Right now it's expected to be approved and go this way through December. Then we hope to, the second week, have two levels of expansion. One would be that we can start serving on Mondays out in the community. And the second would be that we have more sites than just the high school drive-through. So for example, if I have 4 buses available, I'll use all 4. I'll pick 4 spots throughout the community, probably 3 in Veneta, 1 out No Tire Walton, where they'll be able to distribute meals. And then the third week, we hope to expand to be able to do multiple days, and possibly even to the extent where a family could request, hey, I have 3 kids. We don't want to come to a site every day of the week. Can we come on Monday and get a food box for the week? So we're looking into that possibility. But Anyway, so for more details, you can read that post. And again, first day of meals will be Tuesday, drive-through at the high school, K3 in buildings. Let's see. Computer Chromebook checkout. Remember, we want all high school kids to get one, and kids in 4 through 12 that are in, or excuse me, 4 through 8 that need one, we want you to get one. Kids that are in our options program, we want you to get one if you need one. And K through 3 do not need one unless they're in options. The schedule for that is on the main page. Hopefully you've already kind of looked at that. You folks that are connected here tell me you're kind of really working hard to stay on top of things. So you probably have. Here is the Chromebook schedule. It goes till 7 tonight. I'll be over there after this meeting. Many of you may have heard, it kind of threw a wrinkle in our plans around this positive COVID test for a high school kid that has caused us to shut down limited in-person instruction the first week. I could have some more information coming out about that in the next few days. There's a possibility, I hope it's not the case, that prevents us from providing limited in-person instruction, which is 2 hours a day for some of our kids, for an additional week. I'm fighting with some folks on that, and I might lose the fight because they got more power than me. Talking to Lane County Public Health, talking to Oregon Department of Education about how I can avoid this. So right now, high school is just delayed 1 week for these 2 hour a day kids. I hope it stays at that. It might not. Bus schedules. So if you go to the high school, or the district main page, hold the cursor over district services. One of the choices is transportation. By Friday, this will be up, bus route information. Well, one thing I wouldn't do is print it off on Friday and swear that that's the gospel truth and it's not going to get changed Saturday, Sunday, Monday, next Thursday when we find out more kids are riding, fewer kids aren't. But the first draft closest to temp of where we're currently at will be up there before the weekend. I would encourage families to stay tuned to their building, their teachers, their emails, building websites for test sessions. So once all these Chromebooks get out, there's a high likelihood a lot of teachers are going to try to connect with kids on Monday, even before school starts, with test links or test sessions to just try it out, see how things work. The teachers have, I'm working tomorrow morning with a couple teachers, Mr. Lee in particular. I want to give him a shout out. He's helping me. We're developing a Zoom tutorial for our staff. It's just been in the last few days that they've even had the ability to access Zoom, get it on their computers, and now we're figuring out all the logistics of how to run it, how to run breakout rooms, how to limit chat, how to record it, how to get that recording posted. So the teachers are going to get this, hopefully, significant training tomorrow on that. And between now and Tuesday, problem solve it, have a chance to work with the program and address any issues. Okay, so that is all of my updates, I believe. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Go back here. Please type anything you get, questions you have in the box. Got a couple chats there that folks loved. Joey, nice job, Joey. Can non-Fernridge School District kids get food? I will confirm that. I believe, I won't say what I believe. I'll confirm that, and I will add, we make a note, Michelle, I'll add in bold to my food service post kind of the parameters on that in the spring. So I want to say it's 0 to 18. But I do believe they need to be a resident in our district. So bottom line, I'll get the answer to that. I'll put an update in that post on food service or do a whole new one around food service and answer that. What's our minimum return date? Was October 15th based on numbers? Do we have an updated goal for return to school? Good question to my current favorite parent of the week, Lindy Spicer. for a couple of reasons that she probably knows. So the way we figure that out would be our metrics. And right now, we know we're at least 3 weeks away. I can't bring kids back until in Lane County, above, and that's outside the K through 3 exception. So we're talking 4 through 12. I can't bring kids back in Lane County until this number. I have 3 weeks in a row under 10. Right now, we've had 1 week total. And in combination with that week under 10, the state number has to be under 5%. So as soon as we have the earliest we would come back would be 3 weeks from now. But remember, we're always kind of doing it at a break. So I don't think we could even do October 15th because we'll get an update. What's the date today? Today is the 6th. We got an update 15th. We'll get an update on the 22nd, the 29th, and the 6th. So I guess conceivably we could open back up October 15th if all three of those next reports said under 10 and percent under 5% of statewide testing. The likelihood, just, I don't know anything about this, but just looking at the numbers, the likelihood of us having the next 3 weeks under 10, considering today's move-in day at the U of O, considering, lots of schools are starting to get kids back in, I think is low. Yeah, so our kind of hypothetical dates are basically every 4 weeks and then 5, 4, and 5. And when we get 3 weeks in a row, that next time period that it opens up would be when we would plan for a week to open. So hopefully that made sense. I kind of rambled on. Christy, thanks for the great. Glad that went good. Does Options have a video call today? Do you know that, Michelle? You know if Forrest is doing a video call today? Will you double check his extension 2134? I'll check with him right now. I don't believe so. I think he would have told me. I believe they just did 2 weeks. I hear Michelle talking to him, so she's going to give an answer to that in a second. Let me see. I think that's all I have. I appreciate everybody's patience. We're doing our Chromebook checkout. We definitely had some glitches with passwords. It will get ironed out. We'll get it cleaner. It's just going to take some time. So, the folks that were there today at checkout, at least when I was there at the start of the day, were super patient, and I definitely appreciate it. What do you say, Ms. Cook? Yes, so no Options video meeting today, and that is Tuesday. That's what that seems very rough. Is the Options? I believe it is. It might look a little different the first week because teachers are just today being able to get into Accelerate, which is the K. Kind of depends on the program. For sure, I believe. I shouldn't say anything for sure, basically. But I think it's a very high likely. Middle school, high school Options will begin on Tuesday. And I'm pretty sure elementary will as well. It's just going to be how much live interaction is there going to be on Tuesday. Right now, I believe they're working on a morning and an afternoon call. I will will you make a note of that one, Michelle, and I'll have Mr. Cooper post that to his Options webpage, kind of confirming with people before Friday that, hey, yeah, we're set to go. Be looking for links that we're going to email out or post on Monday. I do believe we're going to try to start. Again, what I would say, it might look a little different the first week than it will be in week 2 and certainly by week 4 or 6 when we get a little more structure. The other thing I want to mention that I'm working on, I'm really struggling with supporting families that don't have internet. Right now, our options are, I've got a high school parking lot is Wi-Fi hot. I'm working with some different businesses in the town to offer Wi-Fi locations that a kid could go to. For example, a church in downtown Veneta. I'm talking to the city about possibly me sending a staff over to the community center and getting Wi-Fi in that building for a couple hours a day where kids can come. I'm also looking at can't, and it's kind of up in the air right now if it's technically possible. But a teacher holds their classes on Tuesday and they record them all. And if they get them uploaded to their Google Classroom, could a kid that has no internet come on campus with their Chromebook, in 5 minutes download the videos to their Chromebook, go home, and watch at their own leisure the courses that occurred the day prior? I hope I can do that, and we will do it if it's actually possible. But I just haven't been able to get firmed enough information in regards to that yet. If that is a possibility, that really helps us a lot, because our kids that have no internet, all they would need to do is get to somewhere where there's Wi-Fi, download the recorded lessons, the recorded videos, go home and do them. Kids that are in options program, it's much more difficult because they need to be online working through the actual online tutorials that are happening. So if you're in options and you do not have Wi-Fi, then that probably is not the best fit for you. There going to be any type of test links available for us to verify Chromebook operation, internet Wi-Fi connectivity, and such, especially with multiple kids in the house? So in regards to that question, I believe there is some kind of document on the webpage around a page you can go to. Let me look. No, that's not it. And that's not it. I have a document somewhere. Make another note here, Michelle, for me. That has you a website you can go to, check your speed, your connectivity, and relate that to how that's going to work for you. So I will try to get something out of that on that. As far as a fixed Wi-Fi infrastructure out in the community, no. I mean, we've been trying to talk to vendors, and Comcast is the one that's been, surprisingly enough, the best to work with, but they're not out here. So in town, they have some special deals. Long term, I hope to be able to do some more things, but in the short term, we don't. Long term, with our options kids, I could see us the district purchasing $600, $700 hotspots that have service for a year on them, or the 9 months within the school year, and giving them to families. But there's just a ton of issues with filtering on those and what's now accessed on a school device when it's at home and anybody can access it. Just a ton of challenges to work through. I'm learning. So
I got a question.
Oh, you have a question, Joey?
Yes.
Okay.
So my question is, if we get back on the 15th of October, will everybody be happy about it?
Well, Joey, you'll learn soon that I can't make everybody happy. But as soon as we get more kids back in school, I'm sure a lot of people, myself included, will be more happy when we have kids in our building. So, all right, so I'm going to leave it there and run over to Chromebook checkout. I know there was some questions I didn't get to or didn't have an answer for. Michelle has written them down for me, and by end of day tomorrow, I'll get those up on the website for folks to look at. Okay, that's all I got. Thanks to my guest, Joey. We will talk to folks later. 2 more meetings next 2 Wednesdays. Thanks again.